Welcome to Business Innovators Radio, featuring industry influencers and trendsetters sharing proven strategies to help you build a better life right now.
Hello and welcome to this episode of our show. This is your host, Keith Doherty. Today our special guest is top real estate agent Ginger Vereen of Ginger & Company of Keller Williams Preferred Realty based out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Ginger is the team manager and listing specialist of Ginger & Company. She is committed to building a referral-based real estate business providing a high level of customer care. She is passionate about providing clients an extremely high level of service when helping them reach their real estate goals. She graduated from East Carolina University with a degree in finance and was named one of the top 30 realtors under 30 in America by Realtor Magazine in 2014. Ginger has been in real estate for 6 years and her team has been operational since 2013. All right, with all that said, Ginger, welcome to the show.
Great. Thanks so much for having me. I appreciate it.
And Ginger, if we could start for our listeners, what led you into real estate? Was it something that you always knew you wanted to do, or did you maybe stumble into it?
Yeah, I guess I just stumbled into it. When I was in college, I went to East Carolina University, and I purchased my first home when I was 19, going to school there, and I just liked the process. I remember when I was riding around in the car with my agent, she said, you know, I'm just doing this kind of on the side just to kind of pay my bills. I'm not trying to knock it out of the park or anything. And in my mind, I was thinking, well, why would you have a career that you're not going to knock out of the park? So that kind of opened my eyes to, you know, the possibilities of real estate.
And do you think you can talk about what personal attributes, traits, or qualities you think have most contributed to the success that you've had in real estate?
I'm a very good relationship builder, so I love keeping in touch with people and sending handwritten cards and just being a part of their lives. So I think this has really helped my referral-based business, that I can continue to build those relationships and people want to help me and help me build more relationships. So I think that's probably helped me the most.
And do you think you can give our listeners an example of when these traits have played a role in your path towards success?
I would say, you know, I utilize social media a lot, and I use that in a way to kind of keep up with people's lives. So if I see something happening in someone's lives, you know, they got a job promotion or, you know, they just had a baby, I'm able to use that to reach out to them and keep that relationship going, sending them a gift or a card, and just using that to build relationships stronger as you know, sometimes after you close a sale, there's a lag time, their relationship can kind of fade away. So I just utilize, you know, social media and those avenues to keep those relationships open and strong.
And I think whenever somebody builds a successful business or a career, that sometimes the path to get there is filled with bumps in the road along the way. Can you talk a little bit about some of the adversities and trials that you've had to overcome in order to achieve your goals?
Sure. I would say the biggest thing I've had to overcome was a couple years ago. I went through a pretty nasty divorce situation that kind of, you know, set me back a lot. And when I came out of it, I really had no money, no path. So that kind of was at the time a you know, awful thing to go through. But it has definitely built me. It gave me the strength to build my business, you know, go out on my own and kind of prove myself. So that was a personal struggle that actually, you know, kind of catapulted me up to where I am now. So.
And what kept you going despite these obstacles? You know, why didn't you give up? What was your driving force?
I'm a very goal-oriented person, so I write down, you know, all of my goals on a weekly, monthly, annual basis. So I just started to keep all of my goals right in front of me. I have them really in like 10 places around my house, in my car, the shower, everywhere. So I just kept my goals in front of me every single day and reviewed them. And I think that has really, you know, every morning I wake up and I go through my goals and why these are my goals. And that has really helped me stay focused and keep going.
And looking forward, what's your vision for your business and your career over the next 5 years?
I'm more of a business builder, and I think I'm really good at building people up, bringing talent onto my team, and moving them into leadership roles. So in 5 years, I would really like to step away from my team and possibly build a team in a different city in North Carolina and just be more of a leader to people under me and give them the opportunity to grow I think that's where my strengths lie.
And I guess kind of on top of that, what do you feel is the best way you market yourself as a real estate professional so you can have continual growth?
A lot of it is social media. My kind of age range, I get a lot of business, from Facebook, just being out there in front of people. People see that I'm busy. People see when I'm on appointments or putting things under contract. So that is really our main marketing tool. Other than that, we're 87% referral based. So like I said, staying in front of clients, we do a lot of pop-bys. We do a lot of client events, client happy hours. So we just try to provide value to our clients and not just in like a postcard or a newsletter. We try to get in front of them and continue building that relationship.
And I think sometimes when the general public looks at real estate agents, they don't fully understand the value they provide from both a buyer and a seller standpoint.
Right.
What do you think the biggest misconception or myth people have about working with a real estate agent?
Well, what I've found is the general public thinks, I believe, that they think we make a good amount of money for not doing much work, and they just don't. And this could also be our fault as agents, but they don't see everything that goes into getting their home sold or finding their next home and getting them to the closing table. So I think it's our job as agents to really show our value and what we do bring to the table and the hard work that is done behind the scenes so that the general public can understand, they're paying for really high quality service and, that they're getting their money's worth and they're not just giving us this chunk of money and we're not really doing anything.
And let's say you get a call from a family member or a friend, and they're in another state and they want to sell their home. Now, obviously, with your experience and being part of Keller Williams, I'm sure you could easily look up an agent and do a referral. But from a general advice standpoint, what advice would you give them about selecting an agent that could best serve their needs?
Well, I always suggest, that they interview multiple agents. I think, 3 is usually a pretty good number because this is a huge decision. It's a huge purchase or a huge sale. So you want to be matched with the right person. And then I really tell them, look at the personality style of, what you need. Do you need someone who is going to really be very detail-oriented, or do you want someone who has a ton of energy, or do you want somebody who's straight to the point? And really find out what you need in an agent. And as you're interviewing those agents, be sure that, that person has everything that you're going to need. This is an emotional time. So if you get matched with the wrong type of personality and they're so energetic about this thing and you just want the details and to be done with it, it can turn into a bad experience. So just interviewing multiple people and making sure that the personality styles are what you're looking for.
And obviously you're based out of Raleigh, North Carolina, and if somebody's looking for real estate services or an agent in that general area, what's the best way they can find out more information about you and how you can help them?
Oh, sure. So they can visit our website, which is www.gingersellsthetriangle.com, or you can find us on Facebook the same way, just looking Ginger Sells the Triangle, or my personal cell phone is 919-604-3400. So we would love to help if we can.
Excellent. Well, Ginger, obviously want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to come here today and share all your professional real estate experience with our listeners. And if you're listening and you want to learn more about Ginger and her team, obviously go to her website, like she said. Also below this interview, we'll have a link to her site and any other contact information we have so you can see how she can help you with your real estate needs. So with that said, everybody, until our next show, have a great day and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to Business Innovators Radio. To hear all episodes featuring leading industry influencers and trendsetters, visit us online at businessinnovatorsradio.com today.